this video, we're going to show you how to get powerful insights from lease agreements, or any other long-form contract for that matter, using Dokigami's powerful foundation model for business documents. It's generative AI applied to your business documents. Let's start with the problem. Landlords, realtors, investors, insurers, and other participants in the complex world of real estate rely on long-form contracts to codify key obligations between parties. The text in these business-critical documents determines the value of the assets, but they must be reviewed manually, line by line, in almost all companies. No standardization is possible due to different local laws, different landlord preferences, and complex negotiations. Unfortunately for lease agreements, as with most other long-form documents, we live in a read, copy, paste world. In practice, companies are faced with a lot of manual work to extract useful insights. Let's see how Dokigami can help. Getting started with Dokigami is fairly simple. In this case, I have got a doc set that's got a bunch of different leases, and they all have kind of different formatting and so forth, even though they are for two different companies, but different locations of those companies. And so this might be a good time to use Dokigami to find out if there are some discrepancies between some of these leases. So in this particular case, I've got a report here called Lease Insights. And I know the first one that I have a concern with is a clause called quiet enjoyment. So I'm going to look that up, and here we go. Just as I'm typing that in, I'm able to go right to that clause. I'm going to grab this right here because I don't really need the front part of it, and I've got quiet enjoyment. I'm going to add that to the report. Once I do that, I'm going to take a look over here now at my grid view to see the rest of the quiet enjoyment clauses that are in the rest of the documents. And Dokigami is going to think about it for just a moment. Okay, so Dokigami has gone through and found all the different quiet enjoyment clauses throughout all the documents, but as you can see, we've got a little bit of a problem here because this one and one down here are empty. So I'm going to click on that one and just check out what's going on, and I'm going to see first if I can just type in quiet enjoyment and see if I get anything, and sure enough I do. And so here's a problem. This particular lease has something called Covenant of Quiet Environment. Which is rather funny because if I actually look at the language in it, it does say quiet enjoyment. So in this case, I want to use this as my quiet enjoyment clause. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to link to this one, and that will essentially fix that for me. So I'm going to go back here. What Dokigami will do now is look through the other documents to see if it can find something similar to the clause I just corrected, and if so, it will find those and replace those here. If not, I might have another issue and I'd have to go and fix that manually myself. And here you can see that it found the correct clause for this particular document, and I'm sure the other one will pop in just a moment. Using that clause as an example, I can continue to build my report by going to various documents, browsing all the different types of chunks that I'm interested in learning about. So that can be entire sections, for example, like this. To individual clauses like this. Anything that I want to be able to compare and contrast to the rest of the documents in this doc set, selecting those, adding them to the report, and browsing until I have every piece of information that I want. And that's how you use Dokigami to gain AI insights into your business documents. To summarize, you can use Dokigami to easily generate insights from the data in your business-critical documents. Unlike other products, Dokigami is super easy to use. At the same time, it's completely flexible and utilizes state-of-the-art generative AI. And Dokigami keeps all of your data safe. Nothing is shared with the outside world. In addition, IT departments love Dokigami since all our data can be exported easily to interoperable formats, like XML and JSON, for easy integration with back-end systems. We're Dokigami, the document engineering company, and we would love to work with you. Please visit dokigami.com to sign up for a free trial today.